All right, remember, I already have my Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder on. We're doing a wear test. I've had it on about an hour, and I've only set underneath my eyes. I added a touch of concealer. You'll see it in the video, but I'm just letting y'all know here. I just did a touch. I'm talking a little dot here and a little dot there, and then I set with just a touch of the Givenchy powder, but only from here to about there. The rest of this, there's no powder. None. There's no way I could have done this with anything else that I have in my foundation complexion collection. I also want to thank you for the overwhelming amount of love on the brushes. It has been overwhelming. That's a really good word, in the best way. Wonderfully overwhelming. This one's almost gone. A few of the other ones are almost gone. So we will be restocking, but I'm sure most of you know how restocking is right now, how logistics is happening. So remember, Danessa's Blurring Balm has launched today. And if you don't have this, and of course you might as well get the other ones while you're at it. So basically last call. So I'm gonna be filming a little tutorial while I'm doing this. Y'all know how I love to multitask. I'm very excited. But look what I got. Charlotte Tilbury sent over some of the newer things. I believe that this is new. The eyeshadow, I know this is definitely new. Look how pretty this packaging is. So I wanted to just film with it. For bronzer though, which I'm gonna go ahead and put on. I see Danessa use it as bronzer, and I wanna use it as bronzer. So I'm gonna scoop a little bit out, just a little bit, because remember, we're not doing our entire face. That's probably not enough, but I'll show you how much. Let's start with that much. Let's just see where it goes. We don't want to waste the product. Also remember that this just launched today too. So if you're thinking about it, you might as well grab it. It's pretty fantastic. So I'm just gonna pick it up with my C40 here, and I'm just gonna start to work it in. It's gonna be a really pretty bronze. Make sure that you're pressing. Wow, melty, melty. One thing I love about this, it's so blendable. Oh, that already looks so much better. I've been needing some color on my face. I actually went to the grocery store and I didn't have any color on my face, and I'm like, ah! But at this point in my life, I just don't care like I used to. I also want you to keep in mind that you might think, well, I've seen that shape so many times, but one thing that you really need to factor in is density in the brush and how soft these brushes are. I could get very technical, but oh Lord, this hair is trying to get technical. For me, as a consumer, I'm still a consumer. I consider myself a consumer. I still buy so much makeup, and these bristles, they apply. I mean, you all have read the testimonials, but these bristles, they're just so soft that they never disturb your makeup, and they press makeup into the skin. I love the way that looks. It just looks so warm and summery and dewy, but I don't want you to think that it feels dewy. I also want you to remember that this is going to be great for all skin types. Remember, it's a balm to powder. I'm really trying to get my words right here so I don't frighten anyone. So remember, I'm balanced to dry, and even though this is a balm to powder, it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. It's not gonna settle into my fine lines. And then if you're oily and you're thinking, oh, a balm, remember that it goes to a powder. And also the Upsolite in it. Now, I don't know the perfect science. Danessa just speaks to this beautifully, but it refreshes and it kind of just adjusts to what your skin needs as the day goes on. Sorry, I disappeared. So I'm gonna grab the Blurring Balm Powder, and I'm going to use it today as eye primer. I'm using this with my C31. Okay, so this is Pillow Talk, Charlotte Tilbury, and then this is Pillow Talk Dreams. This one is. I'm thinking I might use both, but I'm gonna start with this one. These are pretty. I don't think I've ever used these. Okay, so remember I'm filming a video as I'm doing this and I'm shook and shaken. This is so pigmented, so I just picked up that same amount that I always pick up. I'm grabbing it on an E28, flipped it towards the ceiling. Remember, this is completely normal. Any kind of base like this is going to crease until you set it, but then product side towards the ceiling, look how pigmented. These are pigmented and smooth. I'm actually kind of blown away. I hear more about Charlotte Tilbury complexion and not as much about the eyeshadows, and that just wowed me. So now I'm just taking the side of the brush and I wiped it off on Sheila first. We haven't seen Sheila in a while. That's gonna be enough to where there's not gonna be too much left on our brush. Remember, the brushes, they don't absorb a ton of product, so you can easily switch back and forth between shadows or just kind of transition like I'm doing here. And I don't think I mentioned it, this is an E28, and remember, I'm just using the side of the brush to transition. And remember, that's just one color, but with this tapping method, we get another color out of the one. Now I'm gonna grab a little bit of this shade because now I know how pigmented they are, just a tiny amount. In fact, I'm gonna see how much is on my brush. Perfect, notice how you can barely see it? I feel like that's how much we need right now. And I'm gonna start to transition and just tap that above. I like how rosy toned they are. It's really, really pretty. Just kind of keep tapping that. We'll smooth this out. Okay, but where's the hype? Where's the hype? The complexion products don't usually work for me. These eyeshadows, where's the hype? This is absolutely gorgeous. So I just kind of ran this all over my lid. So pretty, and it's pretty alone. And before it sets, I'm gonna grab this shade from the Pillow Talk Dream, just double checking it, Dreams. And then I just applied it all over my lid. Remember, we're kind of pulling and dragging. Stunning. Even the mowers are coming to look at it. Now I'm just gonna grab this shade and smoke out our lash line. Just kind of tap it on there. Just for some depth. I didn't want to do a wing liner. I feel like that's too predictable. Pretty. And I'm gonna go ahead and take that same shade that we started with and just press it under here. A little bit goes a very long way. So remember the brush that we used for eye primer, which is the blurring balm? I'm gonna take that and just kind of smudge, melt it in. I'm not blending. We do not want to swipe. We want to press and melt it in and just kind of blur those edges. Sorry I keep disappearing. It's pretty spicy busy around here today. We're gonna grab this blush. This one's Pillow Talk. Kind of mix it all together. There it is. It's pretty. I applied it over there already. This is really pretty. And I am building it up. I wasn't sure how pigmented it would be. What the heckins? So I even have Pillow Talk lip liner. I've had this one and I keep losing it, but that's spicy. I might need to take that down to the vanity. If this is still available, go get this. That's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I grabbed this shade. I don't know if I would use this a whole lot. Y'all know I don't like to use highlighters, especially here, because to me, that's a beautiful glow, and that's just from the product, and it's not gonna add texture, but this is really pretty on my brow bone. Let me zoom you in a little bit more. Same color. You can see it on the brow bone, and then on my inner corner. That's beautiful. We'll experiment more with it. I will use it as a highlighter eventually, but I don't want to kind of ruin what I got going on with my wear test. We're spicy, y'all. Woo! I love the way this look turned out. Honestly, why are these products not more hyped? Where are these products at? I don't enjoy the complexion products from Charlotte Tilbury as much as most, but these eyeshadows, that blush, this lip, What the heck? All right, I love you all so much. I'm actually gonna go to an event this evening with Benny and still doing that wear test. I'm gonna have it on for 8 hours. Honestly, looks like a filter. I'm loving it. I've already worn it for 8 hours, so I already know how it's gonna turn out, but I'm excited to document it for you. I love you all so much. I'm gonna post the details for this look in a little mini tutorial. I'll see you in the comments tonight. Even though I'm gonna be out and about, I'm still posting and I'm still here to answer you. I love you. Okay, bye.